Pepper says, are you ready to declutter another section in this kid's bedroom? I know I am. It is that time of the week again. It is time for Tyler to declutter another section in his bedroom. And he has been making amazing progress opening up the space in front of the closet. But for today, we're going to be focusing in this area right over here. This section is where he was keeping his keep pile in front of these bookcases. And we really need to clean, declutter, and organize the bookcase so that he can start to put his keep pile away in here. Now, this is going to be a lot of work for him, but I have no doubt that he's going to be able to do it because we'll be going through each and every one of the cubbies. Okay, Ty, so for today, we're going to be focusing on your bookcase right here. We're going to start each little cubby at a time, and then you're going to either put it in the donate bin right here in the trash, or it's just going to continue in your keep pile. So are you ready? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. So the first thing we have to do is you need to be able to get to that cubby. So why don't we move some of your keep stuff and put it to the side so that you can get it. Oh, yeah. So as Tyler starts moving the toys away so he can get into his bins and start deciding what he's going to keep, let go, or donate, I really want to talk about an important topic, and that is how to declutter without feeling guilty. I know that is something that I had struggled with for many years, and I even noticed that Tyler had struggled a little bit in his decision making, that he felt bad if he let something go. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to start to talk about how do we declutter without feeling guilty. So I'm going to start with the 5 common reasons why we feel guilty letting go of stuff. And the number one thing is we paid a lot of money for it. A lot of people feel like this, whether you have hoarding disorder or not. We'll feel a lot of guilt of letting something go because we paid a lot of money for that item. Money is emotional because we associate it with a lot of feelings, like we worked hard at a job earning that money. We exchanged our time, which is our most valuable asset, so that we could go to work and that we could earn that money to provide it for our family. Some people have money trauma from their childhood, and some people associate money with their self-worth or their success indicator. Whatever the reason may be, money is emotional to everyone, and everyone has a different story attached to it. I know I played the story of, I paid a lot of money for that item, so I'm going to keep it. But it came from a poverty scarcity mindset. So if I was going to turn that around, I was going to have to bring that to the opposite side of the spectrum, and that is an abundance, generosity, giving mindset. I could give it to somebody else. I could transfer the joy and be a blessing to that person. And so I could give closure to the item by letting it go. I would tell you, thank you for being so useful while we needed it. Thank you for the money provided to be able to enjoy this item while we had it. Money is meant to be circulated to thrive. So I will pay this forward to someone else. The continuation of that blessing is not stopping with me. My money was never going to be wasted because it is in circulation, continuing to bless another family. That really helped me let go of that guilt because it turned it into a feeling of generosity and helping others. And that makes my heart so incredibly happy and peaceful because so many people had helped me before, providing baby clothes and baby stuff years ago when me and my family were struggling. Now, you do have the choice. You could either donate this item or you can sell it if you like. But for me as a recovering hoarder, I put stuff on my Facebook Towns Giving page. It's the best for me to give me closure because I'll put it up and someone normally picks it up right away, that day or the next. That has been the most helpful for myself. Moving on to number 2 is someone gave it to us. This was always a huge one for me because I love giving gifts. I always put a lot of thought into what people like, their personality traits, remembering things that they said that they liked or enjoyed before. So when someone gives me a gift that matches my personality, the gift becomes a physical manifestation of that person's love and caring to me. They spent time looking for that gift that I would enjoy to brighten up my day. And I used to keep the gift in its original presentation, the gift bag, the tissue paper, the card, so that I could open it up over and over again, reenacting the original scene. Yeah, I did that as a hoarder because it made me feel loved. It made me feel like I wasn't alone in this world, and that's something that I struggle with a lot because hoarding disorder is a very isolating disorder. But as I recovered in my hoarding disorder, I've gotten past this because I realized that my gift giver didn't want this gift to be hoarded away. It was meant to be used, enjoyed, to be used as a happy experience. And if that means that I won't use it, then I can transfer that joy and give it to someone else as well. That way, I don't feel guilty of letting go of something that someone gave me. The original intention of the gift, which was to bless someone, to brighten up their day, to make them feel better, is continuing because we are transferring abundance, generosity, support. And when you're in this energy space, it eliminates any guilt you have. Number 3 is going to be, we don't want to be wasteful. Yet another big one for me. I feel so much guilt for throwing something away into the trash because I know it's going to go into a landfill and left to decay and pollute our earth. I remember when I was young, I was in the environmental club in high school and in college doing my best to be proactive in recycling, upcycling, reusing, all of it. It's why you saw so much trash in my basement. I knew that everything had the potential to be reused or recycled, and I just had to be creative about it. And I did have a lot of great ideas, but a lot of those ideas never got executed. Out of the 100 items I may have saved, I actually was able to recreate 10 of them, and they were really good and really creative. The only problem was that there was never enough time to recreate and reuse everything, and there was never an established boundary of what was too much to save. Everything had potential. And what I learned to overcome this guilt of throwing something out is that a lot of stuff I have, I can recycle. And the trash that I owned that can't be recycled, well, I can make peace with it. I'm not a bad person if I have to throw something in the trash. I'm already very mindful of my consumerism and really monitoring what's coming into the house to prevent any new waste. I already know that if I really need something in the house, I always look for it secondhand, thrifted, or on the free giving pages. That way I'm not contributing to more waste. I can make peace that I'm in the solution as best as I can to protect our earth. Number 4 is going to be, it represents our potential ideas and dreams that I didn't do. This is directly in reference to all of my craft supplies. Every little craft supply I bought represented my creativity, my ideas, my expression of my soul. The artist in me had infinite creative dreams and inspiration. And unfortunately, I did not have the infinite amount of time to create those ideas and bring them into the physical world. I kept telling myself one day I'll get to it, but one day never came to complete every single craft supply idea that I owned. And I felt very guilty because I felt like a failure, that I never got around to doing it. But I realized that I'm not the only creative person in this world. All these craft supplies still has the potential to be crafted into something new. I'm not a failure because there wasn't enough time or dopamine to make it the #1 project to complete on my limited free time. So I took my craft supplies that I knew I wasn't going to get around to, and I gave a lot of stuff away to teachers, to schools, to churches for Sunday school. I gave the extra supplies away and transferred the joy of being creative to somebody else. And number 5 on the list is letting go of past loved ones' items. Now, this is a sensitive subject, and I am blessed to say that I have not experienced this yet. I still have my parents and immediate family members with me, but I've had close friends go through this and lose their parents, so I'm going to be sharing their experiences. They definitely felt extreme guilt when they were letting go of their stuff, especially since they were still deep into the grieving process. When they would hold on to that belonging, it made them feel like they were still with them and reliving those moments. But they were able to go through stuff and pick out their most favorite pieces that they would cherish forever. And they noticed that all the rest of it, well, it would be good to donate those items to charity. I had a friend who donated everything to Salvation Army because her father was a veteran. It felt like their legacy was still alive and well, helping the next generation. It helped bring them to closer of a space of closure as they continued to process the grieving of loss. And right now what I'm doing is labeling these bins that have been sitting in Tyler's room for over a year. So I'm just creating these new categories because he loves his arts and crafts and it just needs to be near him so that he can quickly pull it out and start his artwork. And now I get to show you Tyler's tossy pile, and man, is he letting go of a lot of stuff. Look at all these books stacked up, and we're going to be giving them to a teacher and a school so that they can be reused. Most of this stuff is going to be given away or donated, and whatever is trash, we'll let go of. And now we get to show you the newly cleared out space in front of Tyler's cubby organizer. It's opened up a lot and we reorganized a lot of the stuff that was sitting on the cubbies. So things from his keep pile just went into his labeled bins. Now, there's still a little work to do. Like I would like some type of table thing to get his computer gaming stuff organized and up off the floor. And we also have to do the shelving up here because that is a lot of stuff. But my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to declutter, clean, and let go of something in your home today too.